Hello, hello. It's been a couple days, so today seems like the perfect day to tap in to all high vibrating frequencies and energies and see what messages are for us today. If you're drawn to this reading, there may be a message here for you. Not all messages are going to be for you, unless you're really lucky. I intend on bringing clear messages to the collective so that we can move forward all the wiser. Okay. Ooh, that's a very subtle tap. Okay, let's start with some runes. 2. We've got, where's my glasses? We've got Othilla, which is inherited property and genetics. And we have fertility, Ingu's, true love, music, and harmony. Awesome. All right, let us see where we end up. So let's first go to Arcturus. See if they have any messages for us to steer our reading a little bit more towards clarity. Inherited property and genetics, ancestral, and fertility, true love, music, and harmony. There it is. Release. The energy of release reveals the real you and takes away the prejudices you have about yourself. In this way, and through your altered thought patterns, your brain triggers your DNA to develop further. Let go of things that no longer serve you, and you will notice new doors opening up. Releasing is one of the most difficult things to do. It is our fear that holds us back, because we do not know what the future will hold. We always tend to look at the worst case scenario, but is that realistic? When we have the courage to release things, the universe will have more room to allow what is good for us to occur. But we really have to release to create space for new possibilities. You might sometimes experience this as a loss. You might miss the status you once had. Realize that this is just due to certain habits. Have you ever experienced that feeling of total frustration with something? Those times when you say, "Ugh, just leave it," and suddenly something happens that creates a totally new event? Well, that's the way it works. Dare to take the step of just doing nothing instead of doing the thing that you always did. Here's something. If you always think what you always thought, you'll always get what you always got. Boom. So, there you have it. So that could be releasing old mindsets and belief systems that have been passed down from generation to generation. Okay. Now let us delve into the realm of the tarot. So releasing all that no longer serves. There's such a comfort, right? But it is rut. It's rutting. No, that's, I think, what animals do, like moose or something. No, we want, the analogy is when your wheel is stuck in a rut. It's used to just going back and forth, and it digs its hole. So you can continually only go back and forth, and you're stuck in there. You have to get out of that, and then you can redirect and move around and go in a circle instead of a straight line. But you got to get yourself out of that rut first. And that's hard, you know, depending on the environment. Maybe it's slippery or snowy. You got to throw down some kitty litter, some sort of sand, create some grip, a board. Maybe you need to get some help, call a tow truck, somebody who's a professional in getting people out of being stuck. Sometimes it's just getting out of your vehicle and walking away. Cutting the losses, depending on their level of stuckness. But release. Release the old to make space for the new. Okay, let's go there. Okay. Queen of Wands being celebrated by her divine spirit team. Queen of Cups, Ace of Wands, Nine of Pentacles and the Devil, Judgment, and Six of Wands. Can you see that Six of Wands over there? Okay, so the Devil is shadow aspects. It could represent, well, here it is. It's underneath this Ace of Wands and the Six of Wands. So the Six of Wands is your efforts to make miracles happen. It's this union of the sun and the moon that you're having access to. So this is the feminine energy, the moon, reaching towards the sun here. Okay, and the spark of something new. And so maybe this is the integration of the shadow aspects, but this could also be something that you are attracting inadvertently from shining so bright, right? The Queen of Wands is in all of her abundant glory. Oh, there we are. Right? Power of the sun, power of the lions, sunflowers. She's in it. She's emitting. And so is the Queen of Cups here. And then we have this independent abundance. So this is the energy, being in your Queen of Cups, holding your abundant, independent energy. And this is causing this judgment from the divine and your spirit team. So I'm thinking integrated shadow more than the attention of dark energies, but it still can be both, because the brighter you shine, the more shadows you cast, right? But I think it's like a shadow trying to touch the sun. It's impossible. So it's nothing that you have to worry about. That's why I think it's the integration of your shadow. And there's something about that that's sparking this new idea here. We'll get more clarity here. So what cards? Oh, Six of Cups. This is prospering, reciprocating relationships. Friendships, partnerships, businesships, relationships, platonic and otherwise. This is part of your judgment. This is part of your gift from the divine spirit team. We'll just put that right there for now. What other card is going to help us clarify here? What's this releasing? Could be the releasing of the old, the things, the shadow aspects. It is both a releasing and an integrating when you're dealing with the shadow. So this could be, you know, you're so close, but there's still a few dark corners in your attic that need to be addressed, that need light shone on it. Limiting beliefs of self. Give us some clarity on this devil here. Transformation. Yeah, so it is at the integration and release of your shadow aspects. So habits, thought patterns, ways of thinking. By transforming those things. I'm going to put that there, I think, for now. Transforming those things. Because we've got the masculine and feminine energy within us, right? And I think there's a bit of both. Like the sun can give life, but you get too close to it and it'll burn you. Just like the moon can shine bright, but it also can leave you in complete and utter darkness where, you know, there might be things lurking. I don't know where I was going with that. Oh, going to the Two of Cups. So on top of drawing in these beautiful, reciprocating, like-minded people and relationships, you've also got this Two of Cups happening here. And I think that is judgment coming in. Because you've been holding this frequency, this independent, abundant frequency. Oops. And there's lots of ideas, lots of thoughts Yeah, so I'm thinking transforming the way that you think. This is limiting beliefs, this devil and this transformation. So by letting go and changing and being aware, bringing awareness to your thought patterns about self and others, right? It's allowed you, aided your transformation, and helped you reach this goal of the balancing of the masculine and feminine energies within. Oh. And then you have this period of acclimating. And during this period of acclimating, you're also from the transformation. It's like focusing in on yourself. Look at all this growth and abundance behind you. I'm not sure. There we go. Sorry, the angle we're at today is weird. I don't really have a good view here. Yes, but it's a period of acclimation. Oh, maybe if I... It's a little better. There we go. And while you are acclimated, while you're grounding, while you're connecting to your inner realms here, you've got all this stuff blooming around you. I feel like it's just before you finally open up your eyes after this meditative period. And you're like, whoa, look at all this stuff that's grown around me. So meditating is where you're going to get all your best ideas. And then you have the 7 of Cups here. And I feel like that is, I think these guys are connected here. Because this is celebratory and lucky. I'm getting a horseshoe there. And look at the colors and everything. It's so celebratory. Cups overflowing and, you know, some sort of thing going on there. Fireworks, I don't know. But this is the energy of these relationships here. I'm thinking. I'm feeling. That's a stack that we don't need. But that card, 4 Cups, that's about going in, contemplating, assessing, looking at your parts that are serving you and the parts that aren't, which is part of the shadow work. Oh, the Emperor. So this is a love connection, and whoever's coming in for you is an Emperor, and it's part of your judgment here. This 2 of Cups. Interesting. The Emperor. Yeah, it's like a divine judgment that you receive this higher love. It's funny, that song was stuck in my head this morning. Bring me a higher love. Oh. Well, the universe wants to bring it to you. And I don't even think it needs to be wrong. I think it's on its way. Higher love. Well, we actually, true love, I guess. We've got the true love rune. So that's good news. I mean, put all this work into getting yourself independent and radiating, celebrated by your spirit team and the angels and your ancestors, and anything less than true love. Is it worth your time? Not to put any pressure on any incoming relationships. Still have fun. Enjoy yourself. But you're accessing a different part of your internal systems, and, you know, you're no longer going to have to settle. You're no longer settling, period. You're going to know if it feels right and if it doesn't. Okay, Emperor. What else we got? What other card here is going to help us? The Death. Death of the old. Death of some relationships that no longer serve. And thought patterns, right? So what I'm getting here is, you know, you may have been hurt a lot in the past by individuals. You know, maybe you're a trusting individual and you always give people the benefit of the doubt. You're always open or seeing the best in other people. And then being burnt by that. But maybe that process made you distrusting, or make it hard for you to trust others, right? Always looking for the other shoe to drop, and always looking for those moments when something that looks too good to be true is going to prove that it is. And, and that's an old thought program. That's an old thing that we need to let go of. We need to put that to rest. It needs to die to transform. And in doing so, you're no longer settling for relationships that aren't like this, that aren't reciprocating, that aren't coming from a good place, full of love and potential and reciprocity. And so you're clearing space by letting those relationships die. And because of that space now that's open, there's room for these new things to come in, these new relationships. And yeah, trust that you are holding a frequency now where those are the ones that are going to stick, the good ones, the ones this whole time you hoped for. So this one is inner balance for me, the Five of Pentacles. This is masculine and feminine coming together, and this being your temple, your place of worship, your body. And they're joined and going in. I don't know where this one goes. I'm just going to put it to the side here for a minute and see if it makes sense. Can you tell me more about this Five of Pentacles here? What's this Five of Pentacles talking about? Experience. Accumulative experiences. So yeah, your past relationships. Yeah, this goes along with the death of the old relationships and the old versions of you that used to settle for those relationships. It's because you've had so many instances and experiences with them that there's no way that you'll be misguided or duped or fall for that anymore. Those behaviors or anything. So he's down here. I feel like it, because you're also better able to recognize the good ones because of that experience as well. Okay. Can you tell us more about this Ace of Wands next to the Queen of Wands? This card? Five of Swords. So staying centered, holding your current position. I'm going to say that's up here, because this is the energy of where you're holding right now. This is Queen of Cups, enjoying her single freedom and prosperity. So hold that. Hold the frequency. Okay. That's not telling us about the Ace of Wands. But I guess, just meditate, and that's where you're going to get your best ideas. Checking in, going within, centering into your heart space. Wands, too, is moving energy. So the energy of the Queen of Wands blended with the Queen of Cups. And you got the wisdom and protection of the cat, too, here in the corner. I'm thinking Egyptian ties. Basset. There's some more. You have a lot of experience here. And maybe that's something that you're sharing with these new people that are coming in. Sharing your personal growth and emotion. Vulnerability, being vulnerable with people. It kind of paves the way for them to also be vulnerable. Right? It's like a safety in vulnerability. If you're being vulnerable, then it's okay if I'm vulnerable, Thinking tit for tat. Share a vulnerable moment with somebody and they want to share one back with you. But That's where the truth is, right? The truth is in vulnerability. Truth to yourself and to others, which is the basis of all reciprocating, healthy relationships. I have a story that came to mind, but I don't know if it's too long to share on here with you, but I can try and do the quick version. I was visiting a boyfriend in Victoria, and I had went and visited a friend, and my boyfriend had went and, you know, was hanging out with his friends. Anyways, we were texting, and he was on his way back, and they were on a boat going through on the gorge, because where he lived, there was a dock that you could just pull the boat up to, and, you know, he's home. And I was up on the road, and anyways, it turned out that our timing was going to be perfect. So when I got back, I immediately went down to the dock so I could meet him. And I could hear them down the water, and I was like, hey, I'm here, you know, and then nobody answered. And then I'm like, hey, I really have to go to the bathroom. Like, is there a key somewhere so I can go in the house and go to the bathroom? And nothing. Nobody said anything. And I was texting because I'm like, we were just texting. And I'm like, hey, I gotta pee. Where's the key? Blah, blah, blah. Nothing. And so there I am, just completely distracted by the fact that I had to pee. I was just holding, and so I ended up sitting in the dark down there, because what am I gonna do? Go stand by the door up by the road, right? Like, so I was just waiting for them to pull up. So they finally pull up, and they get out, and his friend makes like this over the top gesture to give him back his phone in front of me, like he didn't have his phone this whole time. And then he looks down, he's like, you messaged me like 8 times or whatever it was. And I'm like, yeah, I really had to go pee. Anyways, it turned out that the door was unlocked and there was a friend home. But meanwhile, I was perceived as this crazy, controlling, texty, you know, person. And I was seeing that I was being perceived that way. But the truth was, you know, it was innocent. I didn't, like, if you would have said, hey, the door's open and so-and-so's home, I'll see you when I get there, then I would have just went straight in and went pee, because I really had to go pee. But I had no idea. I don't assume people lock their doors. I'm not a leave my door unlocked kind of a person. So I assumed that the door was locked. Anyways, even though I recognized the miscommunication and how I was being perceived, I still didn't feel comfortable, confident, or in my truth enough to say, like, hey, why didn't you just tell me to go in? Right? Like, we were texting. Why did you just suddenly stop? Also, sound travels across water. I'm standing at the end of the dock. I can hear them talking. They could definitely hear me. Why was nobody answering? Right? It was such a weird thing. But anyways, the story was, I forget why that story made me think of. Speaking your truth, being vulnerable. Like, in that moment, being like, hey, this isn't right. This is actually the case. Holding them accountable for their part. Right? But instead, I just kept my mouth shut and, you know, followed them back up to the house, and then discovered the door was locked and the buddy was there. And then I'm like, oh, well, that was weird. Why wasn't I told that? Anyways, it's a whole thing. But it's scary to be in this place of vulnerability, right? Like, maybe I didn't want to be perceived as even more of a crazy person by making a big deal out of something that and also I really, really had to pee. So the only thing in my brain was, you're finally back. I gotta pee my pants, right? Anyways, it was a whole thing. But that relationship, that's one of the biggest things it taught me. I held so much of myself back for fear of ... And being authentic, being true to your authentic self, being truthful is what it's about, right? Okay, 7 of Wands. We've got you at the top waiting for your prize for making it. So I'm getting the message, yes, release those lingering things that you still need to let go of, old thought patterns, old belief systems, let them die, continue the transformation, understand that there's a period of acclimating, and really meditate. I mean, I have a hard time with meditating myself. So, I mean, it's a good way to check in with your heart, it's a good way to check in with yourself, and it's a good way to communicate with your spirit team. Because you have reached a goal here. You've reached your center point. And I think it's also why you are being judged as worthy for this true love, these relationships that are heading your way. What else can we know about these relationships, or what else can contribute to this reading here? If there's anything else. Sorry, my story was so long. I hope it made sense. Unfortunate thing about stories is I get so caught up on certain details that I forget why I started the story in the first place. But when I watch this video back, I'll be like, oh, that's why. Okay. What fell? Oh. just the Lovers, and a wish, and the Star, and the Four of Swords. So yeah, when you wish upon a star, you're gonna get your love. Well, that's some kind of beautiful. That is some kind of beautiful. This one here is between the Star and the Lovers here. This is this period of holding yourself worthy of attention. You know, you've placed yourself on an altar here, and you've put to rest the parts of you that are no longer serving you. And it's simultaneously empowering you as a star and drawing in your lovers and fueling this wish that's heading your way. So, I mean, the Lovers has to be the cups here. And I feel like it's your wish because you're the star. And I feel like this is part of your transformation here of the self. Okay, let's check out the Telepathy Oracle deck. See if there's a couple messages in here for us, or just one. Oh. Strength. The power of love is like a magnet drawing souls together. Okay, your wish upon a star, you're the star. This is all gaining power. It's strength. It's strong. Then we got allure and union. Consider the situation carefully. The union of divine soul counterparts is a miraculous event that begins when you least expect it. Amazing. Maybe let's just put that all under here. Consider the situation carefully. Emperor. Coming in, that's what he's looking at. You, the star. Okay. Let's see if any of these little ones want to come out. Any of these little messages want to support our reading here? Oh, we almost had a couple. But then it changed its mind. There we go. Oh, and it fell right over there. Okay. I'll take it. Harmony, kindness, grounding, and witnessing. So harmony is one of our runes here. True love, music, and harmony. Ease and flow indicate when I'm being true and authentic. Yes. Kindness. As soon as I offer gentle, loving, and accepting behavior, I see the magical results that kindness creates. Yeah, that's part of your experience. This is part of what is drawing in your... I get soul tribe. Grounding. To center myself, I focus on my breath, and I'm aware of my body and trust that I am supported by the earth. This is that acclimating, grounding, connecting with your inner self and spirit meditation. And witnessing. By suspending my judgment, I am open to the observations of myself and others. Absolutely. And I think that came with your death of those old thought patterns and integrating of shadow versions of self. Beautiful. Okay, do we want an affirmation here? One of these affirmation cards from Louise Hay. I thought it was Hayes, but I think it's Hay. Hey! Okay, let's see if one's going to flip for us. Not on that one. One more. Go through one more time. Here's one. Was there another one? Oh. I thought I heard one fall, but... And then some did, so one sec. What we got here? 3 of them. Okay, let's look at this one first. I now create a wonderful new job. I'm totally open and receptive to a wonderful new position, using my creative talents and abilities, working for and with people. I love... What is that word? I don't know what's going on there. In a wonderful location and earning good money. Oh, I see. Working for and with people I love in a wonderful location and earning good money. Yeah, we'll take that. What else we got? I balance my masculine and feminine sides. The masculine and feminine parts of me are in perfect balance and harmony. I am at peace and all is well. Beautiful confirmation. My future is glorious. I now live in limitless love, light, and joy. All is well in my world. I mean, these confirmations are blowing my brain here. I think future is glorious over here. The point of power is always in the present moment. Yes, the past is over and done and has no power over me. I can begin to be free in this moment. Today's thoughts create my future. I am in charge. I now take my own power back. I am safe and I am free. Gorgeous. Yes. And if you're not calling in a union here, well, I don't think this reading's for you then, because it's clearly union things going on here. But I guess it could also be the masculine and feminine union within yourself, stepping into your own emperor power, which is very confident and secure, becoming a star. But, I mean, you attract what you become. So when you become love, you attract love. Okay. Wow. Let's just claim it. Create harmony. Right, Mims? Okay, well, I think that is the reading for today. I don't think it gets much better than this. You're on the right path. You're doing the work. You're in your power. And you're drawn in love and reciprocating relationships. Don't catch yourself when you feel like you're waiting. You're not waiting. You're living your best life. And because of that, these things will just unfold for you in the best possible way. Right? This is where you focus. Meditating, acclimating, and going after the ideas that spark from these inner connected moments that you claim for yourself. Okay? Awesome. I'm proud of you. I know it takes a lot to get to this point. It took a lot. It's an ongoing thing, right? Okay, so there is the beautiful spread. Please let me know if you got anything else, or you can add anything else, or if you just liked it. Just claim it. Hitting that like button and being like, yeah, I'll claim that. Okay, there you have it. Release the old. And yeah, whatever you're doing, make it awesome. Okay? Love you. Bye.